So for the first time ever, we got a trilogy in the NBA Finals. Cavs, Warriors, the three-peat. But just as impressive, LeBron was playing in his 7th straight finals, 8th overall. Now, he doesn't usually do sit-downs right before a finals, you know, cone of silence type of thing. But he did this time to talk about just what this accomplishment meant to him. It's your 8th final in 10 years, 7th straight. They might as well just call this the LeBron Invitational now. But that's easy for me to say. You said the other day, it's not just that you did it, it's the way you did it. How come keeping it your way is so important to you?
Because it's who I am. It's just playing the way I want to play throughout my career. No matter what was going on at the point where I was listening to the critics saying, well, you shouldn't have did this, you shouldn't have did that. I was still mature enough, even at a young age, to say, listen, this is the way you should play basketball. This is the way you was taught. It's okay to make the extra pass. It's okay to miss a shot. I've always stuck to my guns about that.
But how did you do that? Because I know at the beginning, I know you internalized it a little bit. You weren't immune to it. You listened to it.
Yeah.
So how did you figure that out and then turn it off?
You know, I think it just all comes with just maturing and also just sticking to just being true to yourself. I think when you know yourself and you start to, you know, say, okay, I know who I am.
So you and I have talked about chasing Michael Jordan and that ghost. When you're sitting on the bench at the end of the Eastern Conference Finals and you got the towel over your head and Kyrie's yelling in your ear, what is going through your mind?
It's very emotional. I mean, I talk to a lot of my good friends all the time about where we come from. And we're not supposed to be here, and the things people have no idea, our upbringing, things of that nature. And for me to sit there in Boston, one of the greatest basketball franchises ever, and for me to stand alone atop being the greatest scorer in playoff history, passing my idol, it was just emotional.
Cleveland! This is for you! Oh!
How is playing the Warriors kind of ending up being the defining thing of this stage of your career, this matchup?
Because they're the best team in the world. They've assembled something here in Golden State that very few franchises have been able to do.
And if you beat this team with its 2 MVPs and 2 other All-Stars and walk away with a ring, what will it say about you?
It doesn't change nothing about me.
Either way?
Either way. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to help us try to get this victory and win this series, but the narration of me don't change. I'm still a champion. I'm still sacrificing everything that I need to do for this franchise and for every franchise I play for. There's going to be people who will always discuss it, you know, how we place him here, place him there, but at the end of the day, it doesn't change. It's going to be one hell of a challenge, one tough challenge going against these guys, and I just look forward to it.
Thank you to LeBron James. Now, just after the Warriors took a 3-0 lead in the finals, Steph Curry sat down with me to talk about his part in recruiting Kevin Durant to Oakland. This was just 1 year after he became the league's first unanimous MVP. Not a slam dunk. A lot of other players would have done this. Take a listen to why Steph said he did what he did.
Curry finds some room, fires. Steph Curry from downtown! Razzle-dazzle at its best.
Is there an argument to be made that losing after holding a 3-1 lead in the finals last year is kind of the best thing that could have happened to you guys?
It is right now. I mean, obviously, if I already had that second ring in my possession, it would have been a little bit better. But I don't know, how to kind of think about it because everything happens for a reason.
You probably wouldn't have KD on the roster.
Based on what he said, yeah. Granted, I wouldn't have learned the things that I learned, and I think we're obviously better because of it.
So here you are, you've had a fantastic finals, and yet there's already a groundswell. Hey, Kevin Durant is going to be the finals MVP. You were the guy who actively recruited Kevin Durant. You had to know that there was at least a risk you would be ceding some of the recognition to him. How does it feel now that it's actually happened?
I mean, I'm happy, man. It's been there 8 years. I've seen the depths of Warrior basketball. I've seen, the rise and enjoy the whole process. I've seen us, become a championship caliber and a championship winning team. And now we're in a position to do it again. So to help orchestrate that and to be in a position where a guy like KD can see himself gelling with our team, with myself on the floor, together, it's a special feeling.
It's interesting to watch, though, because as your coach says, you're not a humble guy. He said anyone who shimmies down the court the way Steph Curry shimmies down the court, don't let him fool you. He's not the humble superstar. So watching someone who legitimately feels that way welcome another superstar to his team and watch him in some way he took the final shot in Game 3, the dagger. That would have been you a couple years ago. How are you able to have both?
Did you see my celebration when it happened? Like that was a genuine feeling of I know I'm not bigger than anybody else on our team, and this is something that we all have to do together. It's not just talk, it's literally how I approach every single night.
The core of the team should be able to stay together for years to come. We're talking about 4 future Hall of Famers in the prime of their careers. How does it feel to be on that team?
It's amazing. I haven't really thought about it in that context, to be honest with you. It sounds crazy to hear, but like that's something that is truly historic, and to be a part of that and to know it's just really getting started is special.
Spoiler alert, Steph didn't know it at the time of this interview, but hey, we know it now. The Warriors won the title. Kevin Durant earned Finals MVP after averaging 35 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists a game. And I talked to Kevin just moments after he fulfilled his lifelong goal of winning an NBA championship. Check it out.
So almost at the end of the game, maybe a minute to go, I saw you actually skipping across the court. You looked so excited. What were you saying to your teammates, and what did they say back to you?
Well, they told me to finish the game. Andre Iguodala told me to finish the game, but I was so excited. And to win a championship, you know, it's what you dream about, man. It's the ultimate team accomplishment is to win the title, you know what I'm saying? And to do it in this fashion at home, beating a really great team 4-1 in the series, and also getting LeBron back for beating me 4-1 a couple years ago, can't beat it.
So many things over the years. Back, you said when you were 8 years old, you told your mom you wanted to do this. You have fought your way through so many things. What does it mean to you to have finally paid all of that off?
It means a lot, you know. Just so many people I can't even name right now that put me in positions to be great. You know what I'm saying? It's just to experience what I've experienced. So many people, and it's not all on me. I didn't do this by myself. I'm not self-made. I'm a product of everybody who's invested in me, who's prayed for me, who's loved me, and this means a lot. This right here is for everybody. It's just not just me. It's for everybody in PG County. This is everybody in D.C., Maryland, Virginia. This is everybody in Texas, Oklahoma City. Everybody, every place that I've been through, so many people have poured into me, and this is what it's all about.
Durant down the lane. And a low block by Durant. Durant for 3. It's good. Kevin Durant from downtown.
You and I talked in the back about the narrative, quote unquote, that you were hopping on to win a championship. What do you think now?
Well, I check the numbers. I ain't hop on. I did my part. We all did our parts. And I wasn't sitting the bench all year. I came in here and did my thing. You know, just check the numbers. Believe it or not, I did what I was supposed to do. I helped the team win. We all did it together. It's not just about me. Stephen Curry was a big dog tonight. You gotta respect that man. What he did tonight was unreal. Klay Thompson, playing great defense all night. You gotta respect that man. Draymond Green, you gotta respect him. They did what they were supposed to do tonight.
You guys all earned it today. There's no question about it. Congratulations, Kevin.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now, from that night forward, the Warriors started an arms race that has already sent the league into a frenzy in the few weeks since they reclaimed the throne. And to keep up on all the wheeling and dealing, well, you know what I'm going to tell you. Keep it locked to the jump all summer long. # no days off around here. Have a great afternoon. That's because James Harden, along with Coach Mike D'Antoni, performed an extreme makeover of the Rockets. They turned into one of the most explosive teams in the league. I spoke to Harden just at the beginning of that experiment, and he talked so candidly about repairing his image after being left off all 3 All-NBA teams the previous season. You had a great quote about team chemistry. You said, to build something I haven't had since I've been here, everyone on the same page, everyone in the same boat. Why do you think you haven't had everyone in the same boat in past seasons?
I don't know. But I keep going back to last year because it was so frustrating, for myself and then for our organization. So we don't want that to repeat. And this is I got to do things that I haven't done as a leader. Go out and get out of my character zone a little bit. And I'm willing to sacrifice for the sake of the team, for the sake of whoever, for us to be successful.
All right, so let's talk about that. You said you looked in the mirror. You didn't like everything that you saw. What didn't you like?
My performance consistently, it was, whether it's offensively, whether it's defensively.
His defense has been embarrassing.
If you're going to take a knock at Harden, that's one of the knocks. He just lost his man for a layup. That can't happen.
I mean, there were multiple times that it would just look like someone was walking by you. What was happening there?
Just not focused, not focused, and a lot of distractions. But once again, I had a lot on my plate, which I don't think anybody else in the NBA has on their plate, as far as minutes being played, the load, just all that. So that goes into a factor, which is no excuse, but hey, look in the mirror, you got to be better, and then you got to come back more focused.
You're going to have even more on your plate maybe this season because this is your team. You signed that contract extension. Dwight is gone. How do you want to manage things differently so you don't get yourself in that situation again?
Yeah, just from top to bottom, we have something different, players and the coaches holding each other accountable, listening, learning, teaching. So something we kind of lacked the last few years, and I'm excited about this journey.
Dwight, when he left, was very open about things. He talked about the communication between you guys. Dwight said it wasn't as good as it needed to be to succeed. Do you agree with that?
I agree.
What do you think?
Pretty accurate. I don't know if it was communication. It was just it didn't work. It didn't work, and no pointing the fingers, no, none of that. It just didn't work. And in life, sometimes things just don't work out.
You guys haven't played a game yet, and yet it seems like team chemistry is already better.
It kind of takes me back to when, as a young guy in Oklahoma City, we hung out off the court, and that translated to on the court. We were that much better. We knew each other, and so that makes a team.
Not bad from Harden, and after averaging 29 points and 11 assists in his first full season running point, he then, of course, took it upon himself to recruit Chris Paul to Houston. So next season, you're going to have two players who finished in the top 4 in assists per game sharing a backcourt. Must-see TV, indeed. Now, before we go to break, I want to show you a great piece our friends at NBA Countdown put together. This featured the third-place finisher to the league's MVP, stoic Kawhi Leonard. Enjoy.
How do I get Kawhi to laugh?
Your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea.
You cannot get Kawhi Leonard to laugh.
Having Kawhi laugh is very hard. A job that I haven't mastered yet. I gotta work on my game.
TV shows, funny movies, jokes, just like normal people.
Here and there you can see
Sounds of the season. I'm Rachel Nichols. The NBA has been at the forefront of social activism, thanks in large part to the tone set by Commissioner Adam Silver and the head of the NBA Players Association, Chris Paul. Now, earlier this season, Chris told me what inspires him to speak out and devotes just so much of his free time to uplifting the community. You're going to want to hear this. Take a listen. Why is it important to you to help, to make a difference here?
For me, when myself along with the other guys stepped forward at the ESPYs, it was as a man and more so as a father, in trying to bring awareness to the different issues that we're all facing and just be a voice. I actually posted a picture on my Instagram the night of the ESPYs because as I was sitting there when the ESPYs started, we have a photo stream with our kids and stuff like that, that me and my wife and our family received pictures. And when this picture came across of my son sitting there watching it, I got goosebumps. And I told my wife, I was like, this might be the most meaningful picture that I've probably ever seen, in that the things that we're facing now are things that our kids are going to have to endure.
LeBron James talked about that because he's got 2 sons and a daughter, and he said that knowing his oldest son is going to start driving in a few years and is going to get in a car and could get pulled over, and how young black men are seen in some parts of this country, he said it scares him. How do you feel about it?
I definitely agree. I definitely agree. I know what it's like to be pulled over and to be nervous and not sure what to do and what to say or what to do. So it's a very uncomfortable feeling. And like Bron said, having kids, it really makes an impact.
When did it happen to you?
A couple years ago.
Really?
A couple years ago.
So after your face was plastered all over America for years and years, still someone pulled you over and you felt nervous about the interaction?
No question. Because at the end of the day, everyone doesn't know who you are.
Right.
And at the same time, I don't expect any preferential treatment or anything like that. You know,
There's a difference though between preferential treatment and being scared of being hurt.
Right.
There's a middle ground there.
No question, no question. You're exactly right. And things happened. It was an uncomfortable situation, but it happened.
We saw Colin Kaepernick really push the national conversation with his protests of the national anthem and get a lot of people talking who weren't before. When you guys sat around and talked as a team about whether you wanted to continue and pick up those anthem protests or whether you wanted to move in a different direction?
You know, the conversation is amazing. The different symbolism and things like that, they're amazing, but I'm more so of what can we do? I've charged my team, my family, everyone around me to figure out different ways that we can actually educate people and try to move in the right direction.
And we've seen the teams themselves, the NBA as a league, really want to partner with the players to be active in doing something. What conversations have you guys had about how you guys together can sort of move communities forward?
The thing that we have that a lot of other leagues don't have is that recognizable faces. You know, everyone in our league, if you go to a grocery store, you know them. I think for us is figuring out exactly what we need to do in these different communities and moving forward.
Thank you, Chris. Now, during our Final Four weekend, our teammate here on The Jump, Tracy McGrady, was voted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame class of 2017. We were given unprecedented access to document T-Mac's big weekend, thanks to our friends at the Hoop Hall.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to be official. You know, T-Mac 2017 Hall of Fame class. So what? From high school to the pros to the Hall.
Our first Hall of Famer, as we introduce him to you now, is the great Tracy McGrady, a 7-time All-Star in the NBA, 2-time scoring champion, plays for us now, and was a transcendent player.
Went right from high school into the NBA, and for a period of time in the league, he was absolutely unstoppable. With the Orlando Magic in 4 seasons, averaged 28 points per game.
Let's give them a great round of applause here. The Hall of Fame class of 2017.
I just got to Utah and I got to my hotel room. I sat down on the couch and I went to do this, put my leg up on the footstool. I couldn't straighten it out. Training camp, I'm not healthy, you know, struggling. And I shut it down All-Star weekend. And I went and visited some more doctors, and a doctor in Chicago was like, I don't know why you're playing. You bone on bone, you cartilage, you have no cartilage. It's like, you gotta have microfracture. When I heard that, I was like, damn.
I did get emotional. I did start crying, I can tell you that. I never won a championship. I never had the opportunity to play for a championship, but this is my championship. This is everything that I wanted to play for with this game that I love.
I'm still floating right now, man, but I'm not a smoker. I don't smoke any marijuana, but I can only imagine how it feels because I feel that way.
With orange and represented basketball, you have the spire. It's about 1 5/8 carats of diamonds, so lots of bling for you.
This is mine now. You can get a championship ring, but everybody can't get this one.
Congrats, T-Mac! And before we go to break, we'd like to leave you with a soundbite from my Mother's Day conversation with Wanda Durant, Sonia Curry, and Mary Babers Green. Enjoy. I want to ask you guys about how you are at games. Who is the loudest?
Probably me.
You think?
I think so.
I think what people don't know about us is that we love the game. So we're very competitive, and we come to not only support our children, but to watch the games.
Fires away. Wow! Another three from Curry.